Good morning, my beautiful magicals, and welcome back to our space. I'm so delighted and thrilled to be in here with you today. A little bit of a different one. I started off by trying to shuffle the good tarot, and it was like, we didn't want to shuffle. So Kelso was like, it's not the deck. And then I went and moved over to the Rider Waite. This is just an aside. And I got a very, I drew the three, I shuffled the three cards jumped, and it's a very clear message. He's saying to me today that this is a message for South Africa. So, for those of you out there who are struggling, who are not finding the sense in this, who are feeling lost, guys, this message is for you this morning. Okay, it is a message of hope, but I do feel like it's also a bit of a message of patience. Okay, so let's get stuck in. Right, so on the tarot side, we're facing the ten of wands. All right, this is about excessive burden. We all know this. We're all going through this. And please understand that this is supposed to be an upliftment thing. This is not about, oh, woe is us and things like that. This is about getting us and moving forward into our powered state so that we can actually stand firm in what we believe and for what we want and for what we need. Okay. Right. Ten of Wands is very much about carrying the burden. You can see, but he's also almost there. Okay. There's the village, the home in the background. Now, what I'm hearing very clearly from Spirit at the moment is that this has been a necessary change. It has been a long time coming, and it's been a very necessary change. Okay. Change is never, ever easy. It's difficult and it's messy. For those of you who are awake, we know this. We know when we go through our own personal spiritual awakenings and our own personal growth and our own personal healing, how absolutely devastating this is. Okay, how it can bring us to our knees on a personal capacity. Now, grand scale that to the size of an entire country with a history of lack and separation and tension. It was inevitable. It was a melting pot. It was going to happen. Okay. However, they're saying that this has been a divinely guided, necessary thing. So what we have to focus on, as tough as it is keeping our energy aligned, keeping ourselves in a good space, keeping our vibration as high as possible. I know that it's difficult. Okay. Monday night for me was literally the worst night of my life. And it still isn't 100%, but every day I make choices that I can proactively do. And please don't misunderstand. We also have no fuel. There's no food readily available. So it's not like I'm sitting in a position where I have access to stuff. I'm sitting in the middle of it in KZN. Okay. So, but we have choices. We can, it's that story of the two wolves. Either we feed the fear or we feed the determination and the light. It's that light dark energy. Okay, and it's very much at play now, guys. Remember, we are doing a massive shift into 5D. Stuff like this cannot continue in a space when we are moving forward into 5D. Okay, it's just not possible. It is hugely imperative to understand that all of this stuff, this human ego stuff, the lootings and the tragedy, just the carnage, the absolute carnage, I'm hearing is a clearing out. It's a clearing out of old energy, of old anger, of old frustrations, of old woundings, for us to move forward into a freshened state. Okay, so please just understand that I am in the middle of it. Okay, I mean, not last night, but the night before, it sounded like we were in the middle of a massive. It sounded like the Middle East. Yeah, I honestly mean that. So, I'm just saying to you, it's. I'm not speaking from a place of luxury or position in any which way, but it is about choice for us. We need to understand that we have to stand up. We've got to find that inner strength. We've got to feed the wolf of light in order for us to succeed and move forward, and we are all capable of it. It just takes a little bit of energy and some strength. Okay, so the card that came up next, the Star. Now, please understand, out of the 3 tarot, you've got 2 major arcana here. The Star is about healing, okay? This is all about nurturing and healing, okay? This has to happen after this. There is an ancestral wounding at play here. I think what people fail to understand is that, and it stems through a whole lot of stuff. Yes, there's greed and there are other things. I promise you, I'm not an idiot. But on an energetic level, there's an ancestral healing that needs to take place here. This land needs to be healed of the ancestral traumas in order for us to move forward energetically. And this is very much about this coming to the fore now. Unfortunately, what people don't understand, obviously, is that your base chakra holds your ancestral woundings and their triumphs and all sorts of things. So when people are walking around with damaged ancestral stuff in the base chakra, that is passed down through birth, generation to generation. So this is something that is continuing as we go along. And I'm hearing that this purge is about a clearing out of that, about a getting rid of all of that. Okay. But there is a healing. And Kelsey's saying, wish upon a star, guys. It seems bleak now, but it's always darkest before the dawn. So please don't give up hope. I know it's easy to, and I know that it's easy to want to just not actually face anything, but they're saying just keep going. All right, it's a big one. Just keep going. And then the last card out is the sun, guys. This is the happiest thing in the card in the entire deck. It's about radiance. About, I mean, it's, you can see there's complete, the child is completely on the horse. It's about authenticity, everything, all of those clothes being released, revealed, revealing the authentic self. So the layers have been peeled off. All right. The sun and the sunflowers in the background, they're beautiful, vibrant, abundance coming through. The sun enlightens, it sheds light on everything. Okay, so I do feel that this is going to be a massive purge. It really does. If I tap into the energy of it, if I sit with it and I go through the fear, the collective fear, and the at the core energy of this, it feels like this is something that has been done to almost cleanse this land. And I think, as South Africans, we have sat back for the longest time, and I'm talking about every kind of South African. This is not any kind of way, race, gender, nothing. And we haven't been so much as complacent, but we kind of have. And I think now we're being forced to actually speak our truth and to have our voices heard. Okay. And I think that that's a very big lesson for us as South Africans, to understand that those who want to rebuild this country and have a great country far outweigh the ones um, who want to destroy it and who want to turn it into something that's really not where we want to be. So very much a very strong energy of that, in the energy of the situation. Right. So first card up, Mother Earth, Gaia. She's saying here, feel loved and comforted. Okay. I have to say that for my personal faith and all of that, after that first night, I sat down and I said prayers and I did rituals and things as is my faith. And on Tuesday morning, I didn't sleep it off that night. I had about an hour's sleep. But the next morning, I got out of bed and I just thought, you know what? I cleaned space. I cleared and I just recalibrated, and I grounded. Okay. This is a call for all of us out there who are feeling shaky, who are feeling unsettled, and naturally so, completely ruffled, who's feeling scared, who are unsure, who've lost everything. This is not an easy fix. I'm not just going to say, oh, poof, this is going to come to an end and everything's going to be fine. That's not what this is about. It's a process. But this is about, now this card is saying we need to ground ourselves. We need to be in spaces where our energy is solid, it's centered, it's grounded. Because when we do that, we can then start moving forward and going, okay, I can then do this and I can then do that. And we can work through that kind of stuff. All right. So that's hugely, hugely important for us to understand and to actually be able to gather our strength and to actually move forward and actually manage our energy. It's something I've been saying for quite a while. We need to manage our energy, guys. If we're throwing so much of our energy into fear, and I know that it's understandable, I relate, but it's a choice. And if we can choose to focus on rebuilding rather than the destruction, things will start to shift more quickly. Here we go, spiritual card. Great teacher. Okay, this is the Jesus Christ energy. And it says here, learn from spiritual experiences. Okay, for those of us who are in the light, it is time to shine that light. Every single reading I've been doing over the last weeks have been about shining our light. It's been about getting our shit together. It's about stepping into our power. And look what it's led up to. Okay, so very much about this, guys. Please take a step back and look at a slight distance at what's going down and see what lessons it's teaching you. There are huge lessons at play for all of us here. All right. For some of you, it is about speaking your voice. And some of you, it's going to be about actually facing fears and going, actually, no, I'm not going to be controlled by that. Whatever it is, look at it. Okay. See this as a learning. I know that this seems really like inappropriate right now, but the reality is we only have these moments. Okay. And if we use this to our ability, the country will rise up stronger and in a better space and with a higher vibration, which is what we all need. We need this world. It's not just this country, this world to be in a higher vibration. We want to go through to the next dimension, the 5D. That's where we're all heading for. So make sure that you are grounded and that you are focusing on that. You are feeding the light and you are learning your lessons. And again, the sun card has come out again, guys. Enjoy success and happiness. Okay, just hang in there. All right, it's tough, but we're doing this together. And the more we can stay together, the more we can check on each other, make sure that everyone's okay, the more that we can help when there are people who really have less than us. Guys, it's important. It's really important. I really feel like this is a purge of the land. And I really feel like this has been a long time coming. So if we can rise up feeding the light and we feed the light wolf, it will be the one that succeeds. So I know not all fun and games kind of reading this morning, but I can't control the messages. So I hope that this resonates with some of you. I hope that it just sheds a little bit of like hope in your way. Just wish upon a star, guys. Wish upon a star. It's what we have. It's what we have now. We need to use the resources that we have to get us where we need to be. Okay. So I'm sending you all so much love and light, angels of strength and comfort to surround you all. And I'm holding space for all of you. I love you all so much. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in our morning reading. Big loves.